One of BYU basketball's biggest fans and the head football coach for the Cougars, Kalani Sitake, is joining us live in the San Diego Harbor.
What's going on, guys? Good morning.
Good morning.
This 65-degree weather.
Good-looking shirt, by the way.
It's a little,
Hey, BYU Sports Nation.
I've been here too long. It's a little chilly for me this morning.
He got a jacket.
I know. It's like 5 degrees at Provo, and I'm sitting here chilled by 60 degrees.
We had sweatshirts yesterday. We don't blame it. Yeah.
It took all of about 20 feet into the park at SeaWorld yesterday for your kids to get wet. Was that the kind of execution you were looking from your family as you got into the park?
Well, the plan was to get them wet and then hope they want to come back early, you know.
Did it work?
No, we stayed the entire time.
Nice.
So my plan backfired. Now I just have to carry a bunch of wet children around. But we did find there's a huge human dryer.
What?
I know, it was crazy. We found it at the last 5 minutes, so a lot of good that did for me.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
you saw that coming off of the Battle of Atlantis, right? It was like $6 or something to go in this huge heater.
I didn't realize that.
The whole family fit in there. I could spend the whole night there. It would have been fun.
You don't come out. Where's Kalani?
I just put a $100 bill in there and just spend the night.
Ty Detmer told us a story yesterday where he said we said, do you have a good Wyoming story? So he said he was in Laramie, and as a freshman, redshirting, and his teammate said, man, it smells like hot dogs. Eric Mortensen, it smells like hot dogs. Well, someone had thrown a half-eaten hot dog, and it landed in the dude's pads.
He pulled his pads off, and the hot dog fell out.
Yeah.
And no wonder it smelled like
Do you have any hot dog stories from Laramie?
No, but I bet you the D linemen were after him a bunch when he was running out there, even without the ball. So, yeah.
Chasing that
hot dogs is a weird smell. I don't know if you want that around you all the time.
Yeah, it is interesting.
No.
It's not really that great of a smell.
No. I like eating hot dogs.
One of your coaching mentors, Kyle Whittingham, is 8-1 in bowl games. You obviously work closely with him. You have been through the drill of preparing for a bowl game and getting your guys ready. What did you learn from him specifically about bowl preparation that you're going to implement at BYU and getting your guys ready as a head coach?
Well, a lot. I think the structure was really important for us to learn from him, and I think he's had a lot of great men to learn from himself. I mean, he's listed on Lavelle Edwards, McBride, Ron McBride, and also Urban Meyer, and also his father, Big Fred Whittingham. And so when you have all that knowledge and you put together a plan in the bowl game, and I mean, Kyle Whittingham's used to come in here to San Diego when he was playing too, and so he and his brothers played here and they had great careers, and so they're used to being around bowl games. It was ingrained in them when they're kids, and so they have a great formula, and we've taken a lot of what Kyle does and then kind of structured to our program here, and the timing of the game being on the 21st adjusted a few things here and there with finals, and I think it's been a good bowl prep so far, and we'll see what happens tomorrow.
What did you take from Kyle that you put into play?
Well, I think the organization of it all, and then trying to develop the young guys and trying to get them ready for the future. That's, I think it kind of just worked out that Tanner ended up being the quarterback, and we having some more time to work with him in the system and change some things up. But I think that's probably the most important part of it, and having that structure in the organization, and then seeing what the focus points would be in that preparation.
Speaking of focus, it'd be easy to get unfocused with as many fun activities as there are here. How is the focus of your team?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I think we had a huge delay early when we first flew out here, but we gave ourselves some extra time to travel, and the guys have acclimated well to the sun. I mean, it's not hard to get used to this stuff, but the people here have been amazing, and the people involved with the bowl game have been awesome. So being able to do all the festivities and also have a lot of time to practice and have our families here, it's been a huge bonus for us.
You've had essentially 3 weeks to prepare for Wyoming. What do they do that has your attention, that you're focused on the day before the game?
Well, I think offensively they're well balanced. I think they average 200 yards rushing and 200 yards passing, and so you have a running back in Hill that can then. I mean, he's efficient and he's a big power back, and they have a strong O-line, and the quarterback creates a lot of issues for you because he can run the ball too. So it's a big kid, and I think they're they're basically take on the personality of their head coach, who's done some great things in his career, and you see what he did at North Dakota State, and how long that's lasted since he's left. I mean, that's a huge compliment to him as a coach, and I think overall they play the game really well, and they're well coached, and it'll be a fun game for us. I think it's a good opponent for us to play in this bowl game.
It is, and on paper, you look at certain things, and here's a weakness, here's a strength, and whatnot. But going into a bowl game, sometimes the fact that the attitude going into a bowl game matters. Wyoming won 2 games last year. They were picked to finish last in their division, so they're excited to be here. How does that affect maybe your prep, if at all, where the other team, maybe they have a chip on their shoulder?
Well, I mean, that's the way they played the season, and they were able to – the goal when you play a game, play a season in those 12 games that you're guaranteed is to extend the season, and they did it already in a Mountain West Championship game, and they hosted it. And then they're here for the bowl game. So I think that's a huge accomplishment for them, and there's a lot of excitement. But we have a lot of excitement, too, in our program, and being here and being with the staff and being with these players has been a huge honor for us. And so I think they're excited. They have a chip on their shoulder, and they have a lot to prove. But I think they've done it already, as far as proving that they belong, and they've proven a lot of naysayers wrong. And so we have so much respect for them and what they've accomplished this season, and we look forward to playing the game. I think they've already earned the respect of everybody else by what they've done this year.
I know that every game has its own identity, and certainly that is the case with the bowl game scenario. And for Jamal Williams, weird statistic, he has run for 31 yards in each of his last 2 bowl games. Why do you feel like he's due for a breakout performance tomorrow, and he will eclipse that weird 31 number?
Well, I mean, I think he'll do whatever it takes to win the game, so Jamal will tell you that himself, and his teammates will tell you that he doesn't really care about his own stats. However, when he's successful, we're successful, and so I hope we get more than that. And the goal is to get more than that, but not to settle at 32. If that makes any sense.
32, I'm good. Check.
Yes.
Once he gets to 32, we'll pull him out. We're done.
Quality, you're up.
That's for calling Ty Detmer
Spencer
big
and
belly.
Jerem can be quiet and leave us alone.
Yes. Yes. Point Kalani.
Yeah.
How's the health of your team going into the game?
Really good. I mean, I think the extra time has helped. I mean, but there's guys that have been. I mean, obviously Taysom won't play in the game, and neither with Travis Tuiloma. Some great ones that we would love to have. But
Louis is busy eating turkey legs at SeaWorld, as we saw yesterday. Yeah.
He put that down pretty easy though too. So no, but I mean the guys are excited, and even those that are injured and out for the game have shown great leadership, and they're enjoying everything, and just really giving a lot of their knowledge to the younger guys and helping the younger group. But that's been going on all season long.
Ty Detmer gave us an interesting answer when we presented him with the what would you do differently if you could go back and replay anything in your first year as an offensive coordinator. Do you have any thoughts about that? Would you redo anything, or are you just kind of like, no, everything that happened, and that shaped who I am right now? Where do you stand on that?
I think everybody would like to go do that. I mean, if you watch Back to the Future,
Great movie.
Yeah.
Classic.
There's no hoverboards like that around still that can't go over water. Technology. You guys got to step on it. Come on, engineers. Figure it out. But, no, I don't dwell on the past and just try to learn from things and improve and grow. But, yeah, I don't know if I'd want to change anything. I don't think that's, yeah. There's maybe a few things, but not really with football.
I shouldn't have eaten those chicken nuggets the other night.
I should have got a turkey leg at SeaWorld. That's what I thought. Yeah. How are you a different football coach now than you were at the beginning of the season?
Oh, wow. Well, I have a year of being a head coach under my belt, and so I think for me, just being able to have something to draw back on being a head coach. But I really don't know if next year is going to be, as my role as a head coach is going to be much different, other than trying to help the young men get better. And I've said this before, that this program's not about one coach and it's not about one player. And so I think that I just thrive off of the passion and the energy that the fans give us and the support that they give us, and just go from there. So I don't know how much different I am now than I was a year. You guys should probably tell me that. I'm sure if you ask my wife that.
I think you're better looking now than you were at the beginning.
Am I really?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the goal was to gain some weight, guys, and I've done it in the last 5 pounds.
Well done, Kalani.
Everybody else wants to lose weight, and I'll start losing weight in February.
Yeah.
But until then, I'll just
post-recruiting.
Yes.
You can't lose weight over the holidays and during recruiting.
No.
That's the worst time to
anti-American. So,
do you think year 2 will be easier in that you don't have to install a coaching staff and jump into recruiting midway?
Yeah, well, I mean, the schemes, and there's a lot of, I mean, the guys will be familiar with what we do already. That's going to be a huge benefit, but we've already looked at things that we could do differently in year 2 as a head coach and as a program in the way that we train, and a lot of things that we can improve on now that we already laid the foundation of what we've wanted to start here in our program. But I think that if you do the same thing, you can't expect different results. So we got to amp it up a little bit and change a few things here and there and be creative in the way in our approach and find ways to win more games. And that's the goal, and we've already started that with our recruiting. We've you know, as we start getting ready for the off-season conditioning and you know, banking on the extra practice times like we've had with this bowl game.
The outside world looks at a BYU potential record of 9-4 compared to 8-5 in regard to whether you win or lose tomorrow night, and they think there's not that much of a difference. What does getting to 9 wins really mean for BYU football and for you?
Well, I didn't set out and say, okay, here's our goal, how many wins we want to achieve this year, and then set on that. You know, the goal is to compete, and regardless of the outcome of the game, to keep working on competing and getting to the next one, and that's the goal. I've said it before that we were really proud of our team and proud of our program. That if you came on a Monday and saw our preparation, we were the same way at 1-0 that we were at 1-3 that we are at 8-4, and so. Regardless of whether we're 9-4 or 8-5, we'll work our butts off to make sure that we get the next one and that we improve next season and that we keep working on getting these young men the success that they want, you know, and that the fans and everyone deserve. So that's the goal. We'll see if it works, and then you guys can tell me if I'm better looking at year 2 compared to year 1.
Yeah, we'll evaluate that later.
I don't know if that means anything that you guys say I'm better looking.
You don't think it means anything?
No, well, I don't know. I mean, should I be feel good about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
guys should do top 10 best-looking people at BYU over 40. Can you do that?
That would be funny. We're the show to do that.
It all depends on whether you respect our opinion or not. Don't answer that.
Don't answer.
Do not answer that.
Answer now. Send us an email later. Yeah.
Kalani, great to talk to you as always. Good luck tomorrow. Let's give you some BYU Sports Nation karma for the Poinsettia Bowl.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. You guys have been great, and love your show.
Thank you. See,
right.
that was nice. It was at the end, but that was nice.
That was very nice.
Have fun at Rogue One, man.
Yeah, enjoy Star Wars.
You guys watch it yet?
We have.
I've seen it twice.
Really?
Yeah, I love it.
Jerem's a Star Wars nerd.
I love it.
What? Yeah, I like Star Wars, too.
Do you like it as much as Jerem?
Probably not.
Yeah. You're kind of busy with football stuff. I'm not as busy.